I want to share a truth that might sound paradoxical. Enlightenment is too simple. It's so simple that it defies the complex nature of our ego, the very essence of what we believe ourselves to be. You've likely read about it, perhaps even meditated in hopes of experiencing it. From around the age of 1, the ego starts to form. Imagine it as a tiny puppet master lodged in your brain, pulling strings to navigate life. This ego, this constructed self, begins to take shape from the moment you are given a name and treated as an individual by your parents and other people around you. It strives to maintain control, order, and most importantly, its own survival. The ego's entire existence is based on the illusion of separation, the belief that it is an individual entity distinct from the rest of the universe. This separation becomes the foundation of our identity, shaping our perceptions, actions, and reactions. The ego is not inherently evil. It's simply a construct that helps us function in the physical world. However, it also creates a barrier between us and the deeper truth of our existence. Why, you might ask, is enlightenment too simple for the ego to grasp? The answer lies in the ego's very nature. Enlightenment requires the dissolution of the ego. It demands that the boundaries we've drawn around ourselves fade away, revealing our true nature, that we are both the observer and the observed. We are everything and nothing at the same time. This realization shatters the ego's illusion of individuality and control, rendering it obsolete. And because the ego fights tooth and nail to avoid its own extinction, it resists enlightenment with every fiber of its being. It's a relentless battle, as the ego employs all its cunning to keep the truth at bay. The ego is cunning. It will employ every trick in the book to sustain itself, to keep you trapped in the illusion of separation. It will masquerade as your deepest fears, your wildest dreams, and even your spiritual aspirations. It will convince you that enlightenment is a distant, almost unattainable goal that requires decades of rigorous practice, esoteric knowledge, and perhaps even divine intervention. It's a master of deception, weaving intricate stories that keep you entangled in the web of duality. The more you strive for enlightenment, the more the ego tightens its grip, convincing you that you are not yet worthy, not yet ready. But the irony is that enlightenment is already here. It is the very fabric of your being, the essence that permeates every atom of your existence. It's too simple, too obvious for the ego to accept. The ego thrives on complexity, on the belief that it must constantly strive, achieve, and conquer. To accept that you are already enlightened is to accept that the ego's entire narrative is a lie. This simplicity is the ultimate paradox, a truth so profound that it eludes the grasp of our conditioned minds. It's like searching for your glasses, only to realize they've been on your nose the whole time. Can you do something if you want enlightenment to happen? This is where the paradox deepens. Enlightenment is not something you can achieve or attain. It's not a goal at the end of a long spiritual journey. It's a profound shift in perspective, a recognition of what has always been true. However, there are practices that can help quiet the ego and create space for this recognition to occur. It's about cultivating an inner environment where the truth can reveal itself naturally. You cannot force enlightenment, but you can prepare yourself to receive it. One way enlightenment often manifests is through deep trauma. When we experience intense mental or emotional pain, the ego's defenses can momentarily collapse, allowing a glimpse of our true nature. It's as if the sheer weight of suffering cracks open the shell of the ego, revealing the boundless, peaceful essence within. These moments of vulnerability can be gateways to profound realizations, showing us the impermanence of our constructed identities. Trauma forces us to confront the fragility of the ego and the enduring presence of our true self. Meditation, particularly in stillness, is another powerful practice. By sitting in silence and observing your thoughts without attachment, you begin to see through the ego's tricks. You realize that you are not your thoughts, emotions, or sensations. You are the silent, unchanging awareness in which they arise and dissolve. This practice fosters a sense of inner peace and clarity, allowing the light of enlightenment to shine through the clouds of mental activity. Consistent meditation helps weaken the ego's hold, making it easier to perceive the underlying unity of all things. Listening to spiritual talks, watching videos, or reading books with spiritual content can also be transformative. These resources can offer insights and perspectives that resonate deeply with your inner truth. They can serve as reminders of the simplicity of enlightenment and help dismantle the ego's complex narratives. The words of spiritual teachers and sages can awaken dormant wisdom within you, guiding you closer to your true nature. Meeting a guru or a spiritual teacher in person can be profoundly impactful. The presence of someone who embodies enlightenment can transmit a direct experience of non-dual awareness. Gurus can provide guidance, support, and clarity on the path to enlightenment. Their energy and insights can catalyze your own awakening, showing you that enlightenment is not an abstract concept, but a lived reality. Self-inquiry, the practice of asking, "Who am I?" and turning your attention inward, is another effective method. This practice directly challenges the ego's assumptions and leads you to the recognition of your true self. By persistently questioning the nature of your identity, you can pierce through the layers of illusion and discover the simplicity of your essence. Psychedelics, such as mushrooms or DMT, have also been known to induce moments of enlightenment. These substances can temporarily dissolve the ego, offering a direct experience of non-dual awareness. However, it's important to approach these tools with respect and caution. They can open the door to enlightenment, but they are not a substitute for the ongoing inner work required to integrate this awareness into daily life. The insights gained must be nurtured and embodied through consistent practice and reflection. Disclaimer: the creator of Telos do not recommend doing mushrooms and/or DMT. It's neither good nor bad to have experienced a moment of enlightenment. Such experiences can be profoundly transformative, but they are not the end of the journey. The ego will inevitably return, often with renewed vigor. The key is to learn to live with the ego while remaining rooted in the knowledge of your true holy essence, that you are one with the universe. It's about embracing the duality of existence, where the ego and the true self coexist in harmony. So, live your life. Do things that bring you joy and excitement. Follow the path that resonates with your heart. In doing so, you are aligning with your true self. Remember, the journey is not about reaching a final destination, but about experiencing the richness of each moment, fully aware of your oneness with all that is. Every step, every breath becomes a sacred act when infused with the light of enlightenment. Your daily activities, when performed with mindfulness and love, become expressions of your true nature. Enlightenment is not a distant star to be reached. It is the light that already shines within you, too simple for the ego to comprehend, yet too powerful to be denied. Embrace it, live it, and let it guide you on your spiritual journey. Let the simplicity of enlightenment dissolve the complexities of the ego, revealing the infinite beauty of your true nature. The path to enlightenment is not about becoming something new, but about recognizing and embracing what you have always been. Thank you for listening, Divine Being. May you always remember the truth of who you are, and may you always live in the light of your divine essence.